Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymax, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. How's it going? What's up, Janie?
It's going pretty good.
I see Janice is here. I'm wondering if the links were so screwed up today that everybody's having a hard time getting here.
It's definitely been interesting.
Yeah.
I'm putting the new ones out right now. Oh, I see Zuriana and Roar. Or is it Roar?
I don't see any of that. So who knows? Who knows what will happen?
No, it's not. It's on my phone, but it's not showing up in our comments. Where normally it's vice versa.
I love how StreamYard has literally doubled the price of what they used to charge. And for the last 3 years, I've been running StreamYard and never really had any problems. It's been super smooth. They sold the company. Some new people bought it. They raised the price to twice what it was. And now there's a shitload of problems. Makes perfect sense, right?
Nothing but.
Gonna have to find a different streaming platform soon. We got a little time left here on the old StreamYard, but I ain't paying $448 a year for this StreamYard software.
There's quite a bit. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There should be messages from YouTube on here, and it's showing us 3. And I'm getting it on my phone, and my phone always has less than what's on here. So something is really weird with the comments.
Yep.
Let me see on Facebook.
What do you expect when they raise the price to more than double? You're allowed to have more problems, right? You pay for them. I don't know. Can't even worry about it at this point.
Yeah, you know what I say.
So how's everybody in the chat room doing? I don't know if you're in the chat room because I don't see all the comments, but hey, I'm assuming there's more than what I see here. So
I'm gonna try to get these new YouTube links put out to you underneath the live video.
Yeah, after all the first problems that came up with the links, when I said everything was all fine, I went back and I checked it, and the times were still wrong. I was like, son of a biscuit eater.
No, I thought I messed that up. I thought I was just wrong about that.
Well, the times were still messed up.
Seriously?
You know,
I thought
always,
it was going to confuse the Sunday show.
yeah, it always starts at 11. I mean, at 12 my time. And I went and it said it was starting at 11. I was like, no, that's not right.
Oh, 11 like my time?
My time.
Oh, because it starts at 12. That's great.
With flooding. My town. It's okay. There's still parts actually that are a little floody. We every day, like every day I get, let's see if I just pull up my phone right now. If I can even do that. Let's see. When's the latest one? No, here it is. Coastal flood advisory for St. Augustine. If you can see them, there's just like one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other.
So you have a flag warning?
RIP current statement, coastal flood advisory, coastal flood advisory, RIP current statement, coastal flood advisory, special weather statement. Yeah, we've been like high tide is extremely high here, and low tide is pretty much like high tide still. And
It's just a higher high tide.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I went down where I would launch my kayak today. I went down there and I couldn't even get there because the whole parking lot was flooded. I mean, I could have launched my kayak in the parking lot and paddled out to the bay, but yeah. Been having some extremely high tides. But town itself. What's that?
Is it still flooding downtown where it usually like resides back, or?
It's all good down there. There's a few streets that get some overflow, but nothing. Yeah, I mean, town's pretty much fine, but like I got to go to Palaca tomorrow, which is west of here, like 30, 40 minutes west of here. And there's still some areas out there that are flooded. Like, yeah, guy that works on my boat a lot of times, he's got 40 acres out there that's flooded still. The water's slowly going down. But he said it's, you know, anytime we get a bad storm or a lot of rain, his property always floods anyway, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. But 40 acres of flooding is quite a bit of flooding. That's a lot of water. So what sucks is it's like the best time of the year for fishing, which, you know, I'm obviously really into. And like this morning, I was up at 5:30 and the wind was already blowing 16 miles an hour. It's like, damn it. Can't get a break with the weather to go fishing.
Casting that shit. I think I read that the salmon might be starting to run again somewhere. Where they stopped out here. I didn't actually read it, but the headline had maybe go like, oh wait, that sounds like good news if it's real. We're about to get hit with our atmospheric stuff.
Okay.
I was at the grocery store yesterday, and this plane just goes right over, like bellowing out crap, in a whole arch over us. Over here is another one going up in the air with aerosol. Over here is another one doing a line. There's 4 at a time, okay? And so then this one, the tail starts to kind of, fluff out and look like a swirly, and then the plane's going. A woman with like the fluoride stare comes out, she goes, "What's that?" And I just looked at her because I'm thinking, I don't know, I just said, "Chemicals." And she goes and looked at me. I said, "Just look up geoengineering or weather modification." And she goes, "I don't know. I think they're like rockets." And then she giggles and gets in the car. So this lady's going along in her day, looks up at this stuff and just thinks we've got these random rockets flying overhead. Like, yeah.
That might actually be worse. Rockets, missiles. Wow, look at the pretty lights.
Heaven forbid they would spray, like, even for, like, when they're talking about West Nile, don't you think they, spray like pesticides? But like rockets, all these are rockets, and you're not concerned about it. You just think it's like SpaceX or something. Like, and I promised I wasn't going to get like a reaction from these type of people anymore. But this lady was probably like 50 something years old. Old enough to know better.
I don't know.
Rockets.
Really. Look at the pretty lights.
Though it does look like a rocket tail. It could, like if you were in like Iran.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we don't have rockets and stuff flying overhead anytime soon. But who knows?
So we have to say to the universe, we will not have rockets flying overhead anytime soon. Because they're going to pack the corners with C4 and all the buildings are going to blow up at once.
I'm suspecting the next 3 weeks is going to get interesting.
Did you see that post today, like between Putin and North Korea? Like, they're supposedly World War III is supposed to start today. I'm like, take this with a grain of salt and all, but yeah, definitely tensions are rising.
Yeah. Just what we need.
But yeah, it's going to be 3 weeks, and there's a new surge of illegals coming in. Oh, they are dressed so good too, and they are so healthy, like happy, skipping along. Like, I've never seen a better looking group of people, but they're about to surge in. So that's right before the election, and it could cause as a distraction. But they have nicer than I do.
Yeah. Speaking of dress good, today, I came home yesterday, and I see sitting on the side of the road, see this nice pair of shoes. Like my neighbor like put them out like where the trash goes and stuff. And I drove by, and I looked at them, and I'm like, huh, that's weird, So today I get up, I'm leaving, and I look over, nice pair of shoes sitting out like by the curb. Like, what the hell? Left. I came back. They were still sitting there. I'm like, all right. So I pull up and I open the door and I pick them up, and they're Air Jordans, like brand new, like not a scratch on them. and they're my size.
Where was the person?
I don't know.
Was someone videotaping it?
Huh?
Was somebody like videotaping it?
No. I guess my neighbor, somebody, like set them out by the curb for trash or whatever. I don't know. They're sitting in my kitchen right now.
You know, I used to go when they would have those pickups like that. People put all the bags of like stuff and shoes and household items in front of the house. I wouldn't like tear into stuff and make a mess or nothing, but I'd poke around and,
Yeah.
look around. I got it like this really cool North something sweatsuit that lasted me like 4 years. It was like $500 suit.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
all big and comfortable. Yeah, I knew who it was, and it was like this big dude. But I've gotten good shoes.
Yeah, these things are like,
First.
they don't have a scratch or a scuff on them. It's crazy. I'm like waiting for the punchline. I'm like, what's happening? I don't know.
Computer equipment.
Am I still having problems with my computer? Not so far. Knock on wood. I don't know what happened last week. I was just sitting here and I lost everything. Lost internet. And I was trying to text Jamie to say, hey, can you hear me? Because I still saw the show up, but I'm looking and my internet, it says not connected to the internet. And I'm texting her and I'm not getting a reply from her. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I look and I don't have any cell service either. My internet went out and my cell just had a little thing on the top that said SOS. So I lost everything. And I don't know. I haven't figured that one out. It was weird. I got cut off of all communication to the outside world. So who knows? Who knows what the night will bring?
Oh, wait, I think I'll South Pole.
Maybe we were talking about something weird and they decided.
That's what I thought, but I don't even think it was anything that was.
Yeah, I don't think we were talking about it.
Bad.
Weird, nothing that had to do with, COVID, guns, porno, like the whole list you're not supposed to say.
Yeah, it was like a South Pole 2-piece like outfit that was like probably about $300 for the whole thing. South Pole. But I wore that till it fell apart. I almost feel like there could have been something we said though before you got cut off, because that's the first thing I had thought was like when you didn't come back, I thought, oh shoot, like what did we just say?
Yeah, I lost everything. I mean, I didn't lose electricity, but like
Your phone was free.
Yeah, my phone had no cellular service. Darcy's had no cell service, no internet, no cable, no nothing. Like, it was all gone.
I was reading and I'm like, can somebody please text Rob, message Rob and see like if he's what's going on?
It was weird. I posted on Facebook and for the first day or two, I said, did anybody else lose, internet and cellular, or is it just me? Nobody
Because you
replied.
looked at down detector.
What's that?
You looked at down detector.
Yeah.
And there was a spike at that time.
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody else here seemed to have lost internet and cell? Just me. Maybe it was strictly a T-Mobile thing. I don't know. It's kind of wondering too, because like during the whole hurricane thing, when we were out of power for 3 days or whatever, I was using my cell phone, and I got a notice. Even though I have unlimited service, it's unlimited to a certain point, and then they throttle you. And I had gotten a notice that said you're about to reach your bandwidth limit. The bandwidth limit on your unlimited plan, that limit.
You can actually tell them not to throttle, like for your house and stuff.
Yeah. So who knows? Yeah, somebody's watching me. God, they must be bored.
Unlimited. You try to get customers in, but you don't care about keeping the customers you already got.
Oh, hell no.
That's my line.
Holly says yesterday Connecticut lost the 911 phones. Wow. Centers went down.
What?
Hospital I work at, phones went down. Yeah.
Are you? Wow. I thought I saw something about 911 phones, but I did not look at it. Did anything else significant happen in Connecticut yesterday? They're talking about the infrastructure a lot. Bongino's been talking about that a lot, just like how embedded, and we've known this now for like a good 11 months, how embedded they are into our infrastructure, which is like everything. And I think a lot of these things are like little tests or just to show like what they're doing type thing. And because they said they wanted to create chaos and such. Yeah, definitely, Foxy. Not a few days, any day now.
Are you in Connecticut, Holly? I thought you lived like in Jacksonville or Fernandina or somewhere.
Yeah, I thought she was too. In Florida, right?
Yeah. Connecticut sounds like it's going to get cold. Robbie don't like cold. Yeah. Wow, Connecticut.
Yeah, they had a big problem yesterday.
How's your fire situation out there in California?
Luckily, they actually got a control on it pretty quick because people who aren't in on it, like a lady who works for the state, actually saw the brush fire right as it happened. So someone had thrown something like off to the freeway, like off the freeway, even if it was a cigarette, I don't know. But she started seeing a bush smoldering and called it in. By the time she called in, it already hopped and started spreading down like eucalyptus trees and everything. 500 structures to 7 were evacuated. 10 structures were pretty burned bad, but they got a pretty good grip on it throughout the day. They were worried about the eucalyptus smoldering back up, but I think they got a hold on it. And so a lot of people got to go home. No injuries, firemen or people. And so it was really the fast acting work. And because the firemen were like prepared for it, fast acting actions being taken, that could have been a really bad disaster. That's so cool. Good job to everybody. But now they're preparing us for that to drown us and flood. It's our turn for the flooding now. France, have you seen the floodings in France?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, I have a link up to France is flooded really bad, like where cars are all flipped around and everything.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What part of France?
Not 100% sure.
Yeah,
but you're not hearing this on things, at least just openly. I heard about it on accident because it was like Instagram and like Bongino or Tatum or DC Drain. Somebody had a video.
Have to check it out.
Did you hear that tone?
What's that?
Did you hear that tone? I just heard this weird tone. It was like,
they're listening to you.
oh, and Roswell, New Mexico flash flooding on the 20th. Did you hear about that one?
I did hear about that. Yeah.
I still have to send you.
Now that I think about it, I saw some Facebook thing that had mentioned Roswell in France and like several other places. Like, what the hell's going on?
We know what's going on.
Yeah.
These little shells are so cute. They're hieroglyphic Lio conchas. They're like these little tiny conch shells that have like, you can't see it of course, but like hieroglyphic writing on them. So cute. I want one for I'd love one for my collection. Okay, so I'm sending this to you, and then if you like look in the comments, you'll see some other videos later. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, a bunch of people heard the tone. I didn't.
You did like that comment.
Yep. Yeah, like Foxy Joe said, next couple of weeks might get interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going fishing. I won't partake in the craziness. Although, I got my fair share of packed lead in behind me there.
We actually have all sorts of little fires burning like everywhere all the time. They're just not big enough to be talked about.
Yeah.
But we're never short of fire. The smoke got really bad here one day to where I thought something out here was on fire, but I guess Oakland just blew that fast. And it was almost like if you took a hit off of a campfire, it was like inhaling burnt wood.
Yeah, we had a fire, some sort of fire here a few days ago. But it was, it wasn't like a big crazy wildfire. Something was on fire, like the woods somewhere. Probably freaking homeless camp on fire or something. But it smelled good. I don't know. I like the smell of burning wood. Like, I don't know.
Do too.
It must be imprinted because, like, I went to Costa Rica like for the first time in like 86 or 87, and they like burn the banana fields and all kinds of stuff there. So like everywhere I went, it was smoky, and ever since then, I don't know, it just brings back good memories or something. I don't know. I'm a weirdo, but you guys knew that anyway. So
I like the smell of wood, like when I'm burning wood, stuff like that. It's just I don't want a bong load of it in my throat. It's almost like taking like a hit, like a paper hit off of something, where it just like burns your throat.
Like the smell of burning wood.
I do. I love the smell of burning wood.
Well, here's a story to get things started. Doctors remove a live cockroach from a Delhi man's small intestine, explaining that insects may have entered while he was sleeping. You ever think about that when you go to sleep? You wake up. I woke up one time and there was a roach on me, and I flipped the F out. But yeah, just think if it crawled, like if you're like, and it just crawls in your mouth and crawls down your throat. Goes on a little.
Your ears or your nose.
Oh, good God. An unusual and life-threatening incident. Doctors, come on, don't be getting squirrely on me. Oh, geez, man, stupid computer. Doctors at Fortis Hospital and Vasant Kuni, Delhi, found themselves face to face with an unexpected patient. A live cockroach was lodged inside a 23-year-old man's small intestine. The medical team, led by Dr. Shubham Vasva, senior consultant in gastrology, carried out a swift endoscopic procedure to remove the insect in a daring operation that saved the young man's life. A painful surprise, the patient had been experiencing significant abdominal pain and troubling digesting food for 2 or 3 days. When he finally sought help, what he didn't expect was the source of his discomfort would turn out to be a live cockroach. Upon his admission, Dr. Vaitsa, I guess that's how you say his name, and his team decided to conduct the upper gastrointestinal endoscopy to investigate the cause of the symptoms. During the procedure, they discovered an uninvited intruder lurking in the man's small intestine. A live cockroach in the small intestine is a life-threatening situation and pretty nasty if you don't think it's life-threatening. Noting the urgency of the discovery, we proceeded to immediately remove it. If it hadn't been removed, the cockroach could have caused a severe infection and potentially fatal complications. The peculiar procedure, the extraction, while extraordinary, was surprisingly straightforward. The doctors employed an endoscope, a flexible tube outfitted with 2 channels, one for infusing air and water and the other for suction. Doctor's team used the suction channel to trap the cockroach, swiftly guiding it up and out the patient's digestive tract in under 10 minutes. We can get a cockroach out your ass in 10 minutes or less, guaranteed. Medical team was equally relieved and intrigued by the unique case. The doctor speculated the cockroach may have found its way into the patient's mouth while he was sleeping, or more bizarrely, been swallowed unknowingly during a meal. Ooh. Make you want to check that chicken on a stick a little better. The surprising incident serves as a reminder that life can sometimes deliver the most unexpected challenges. There are rare cases like this that underscore the importance of seeking prompt medical attention when unusual symptoms arise. Thanks to the quick action of Dr. Vatsya and his team, the young man walked away from what could have been a far more dangerous situation. While we're all advised to stay vigilant about what we put in our bodies, sometimes it seems that creepy crawlies find their own way in. Fortunately, Delhi's medical professionals
there's a way.
were prepared for the most unusual case. Gnarly. Man, see, like Jamie and me always say, yeah, we're going to survive because we're cockroaches. That proves it. You can swallow a cockroach. It can be in your guts, inside your body for more than 2 days and still be alive and crawling around in there, wreaking havoc on your small intestine. Wow.
With like stomach bile and everything. Does it go through the bile?
Oh, I don't know. Good grief.
Where there's one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really. If there's one cockroach in there.
They've got friends.
Nasty.
I just lit some Palo Santos wood while.
Ah, there you go.
So relaxing. Which is so sweet and so good.
Yeah, Florida's took an ass whipping on those last 2 storms. My side of the coast, not that bad. The West Coast, they got hammered. There's places over there that are never going to be the same. I don't even know if some of them can be rebuilt. I mean, of course they can be rebuilt, but not like they were.
Not like it was. It'll never be like it was. Like when Jersey Shore lost, their boardwalk and everything. They
Yeah.
put it back up, but like I don't think it's like it used to be.
Yeah. They want us to eat bugs. You know, you can eat bugs. People can eat bugs. I mean, there's people in other countries that eat bugs. My
Yeah,
ass
they
ain't
sell
eating
it.
no bugs.
Crickets.
I'm not eating bugs. I'm gonna have to be pretty damn hungry to eat bugs. I got a lot of weight to lose, so I can avoid eating bugs even if I'm starving.
It does fall under your carnivore diet, though, correct?
It does, but I ain't going there. Nope. No ma'am. No thank you. Yeah. I got a fishing pole. I got a bow.
How
I got plenty
the
of
ones
rifles.
in the spice.
I can hunt plenty of varmints to eat before I start eating roaches and crickets and mealworms and grasshoppers. It's one way to diet and lose weight, though. Here's a big old plate of grasshoppers. Ah, thanks. I'm not really hungry today, though. I think I'll skip that.
No, like escargot that time. And they're like, come on, you got to eat it because we're like this fancy place. And the people I was with had like all this money and want to pass on it. And I just try it.
So when I was in France, I ate a ton of escargot.
I ate one. It came back up my throat like slime. And I had taken a shot. Either I shotgun some beer real quick or it was a shot. But I remembered feeling the slime ball coming back up. And I lost it. I had to go to the bathroom and get rid of it. And I think my lips swelled up from it.
Yeah, when I was in France, every meal they bring escargot and this wine water out. Like, that's like here they give you bread and water. There it's snails and wine water. And
What's
everybody,
wine?
it's literally wine that's mixed with water. They call it seawater there, but it's like watered down wine. And I don't know. A bunch of people were like, I ain't eating no damn snails. I'm like, here, I'll eat them. I'd never eaten snails until then. And I tried them and I'm like, I eat oysters and mussels and all that stuff. I guess I'm eating snails in France. When in France, wear no underpants and do what the Frenchies do. So I ate I ate my weight in snails while I was there. Lots of snails, lots of butter, garlic. Everybody was like, nasty.
What? Oh, a roach coach. I thought you meant a rat fell out of the roach somehow. Okay. So we do have one of these in the States. I can't remember what state it is, but you have to sign the waiver. We've talked about it before, like the horrible, horrible things, and they have people that worked there actually talk about the things they would do for the haunted house so scary that you have to sign a waiver. Well, it looks like there's another one that seems to be along the same lines. Which year wouldn't you? They did have a video where basically it's like they talk about the guy's shaved head and it's like those pictures right there and they just say a couple things about like, would you do it again and was it that bad, blah, blah, blah. So the scariest haunted house leaves visitors stripped, shaved, and humiliated. I'm in total shock. It's a psychological torture It's a psychological torture chamber. Ahead of Halloween, a haunted house is hitting headlines for hosting a series of sadistic-seeming experiences, including verbal humiliation and electric shocks. Some people will pay a lot for some verbal humiliation, though. and electric shock.
I wouldn't I wouldn't do good in this situation because I would fuck somebody up. Straight
There
out.
was a lady standing over you in a cat suit with really high black boots on, really high heels, and she's standing on you with one foot on your chest, and she's saying, "Shut up, you Peasley little man, or I'm gonna beat your ass."
Oh, that's good and fine,
And
but
if
yeah,
you shut up, then you're a good boy, then you'll get a reward.
they start cutting on me or something. Somebody's getting messed up.
No, I'm
Because
not talking about some little piece of shit coming in and being like, "Hey, cowboy." But would you tell the lady to get up and kick her ass?
no, that I could deal with, but
Yeah. I'm in total shock. I can't believe how far things were taken in there. Visitor Liam, 32, told the paper, recalling his nightmarish experience in the notorious Scream Shack. This haunted house, Enola, at the Scare Maze, located in Walsall, England, is an 18 and over Halloween experience so petrifying that people have to sign a 2-page waiver to enter. I think the other house they even had to do a drug test and everything. It says if you are easily offended, this experience wouldn't be for you, says the dude with like the pink mouth at the bottom. And then the one next to him with the other dude, it says, "This is not a scare maze. This is only for those who believe they are brave enough to face the sick, twisted, weird, and strange." The Haunted House's website exclaims, "You'll be wondering, WTF have I just experienced?" Those brave enough to sign on the documents can enter the 6 rooms, each of which has a different theme and a different actor, to have their psychological fortitude tested via various scares. This experience may involve everything from nudity to muscle stimulation machines and removal of personal items and clothing. The website warns. During his haunted house call, Gold said he was verbally abused, prodded, shocked, shaved, waxed, and stripped down to his skivvies. Like a BDSM experience designed by infamous horror flick director Wes Craven. And then the dude with the shaved head says visitors are subject to various means of mental torture, ranging from verbal abuse and electric shocks to getting their hair shaved. Now that would piss me off.
yeah.
If they shave my head.
No, see, I'm no.
I would probably shove my fist up their ass and pull their beard back out through.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do good in a place like that.
No. But then I wouldn't sign to go into nothing like that either because I would know.
Yeah.
That and having PTSD. I just go in there and start swinging on people.
Yeah.
I have to open it back up.
You know, I don't think that should be considered a haunted house. You know, they advertise it as a haunted house. It's not.
It's a kink house. It's like for kinks. There's got to be a kink that falls into that.
I don't know, when somebody starts
what would you call that?
Breaking into my personal space like that, I'm coming out swinging. I'm just saying. somebody's going to be
And-
leaving, not being able to do a few things.
And the pain wasn't just physical. While in the first imitation torture chamber, modeled after a hospital waiting room with patients, Gold said he was belittled and bossed around in the worst way possible. If you are easily offended, this experience won't be for you, cautioned the thrill seeker. Worst of all, Enola, described as a bad trip on the site, is also a solo experience, meaning the visitors can't rely on psychology, safety, and numbers. This is only for those who believe they are brave enough to face the sick, twisted, weird, and strange, the Fearmonger's website exclaims. Scaremaze survivors were not disappointed by the Scream Shack, which was named the best. Yeah, you can call it a Scream Shack, but not a haunted house, which was named the best out of season experience at the UK Europe Scare Awards in 2023. I've been to every haunted house and Halloween experience, so one partaker on Instagram. This by far was the most intense. Another recounted, "We did it, never again. Geez, I was so out of it, I couldn't form proper sentences," said a third. So, who would go for it?
Not I.
Oh, definitely. That's why you signed the waivers. They're protecting definitely themselves.
Yeah.
Sadomasochists, yeah. These are people that just love to be dominated. I guess love to be belittled. I'm sure they come from all different types of walks of life. If this is their thing, I'm not to say, as long as they're not kidnapping people and forcing them in and they don't know, what's going on, or forcing people to work there against their will. It's not for me, but I don't care what they do.
Yeah.
I'd rather have them do it to each other than be curious and have to go find an unwilling person just so they can see what it's like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. People want to do whatever they want to do. That's fine with me. Between consenting adults. But hey, they come at me trying to shave my head with a dull razor blade. I'm putting somebody's eye out. I'll be kicking them in the ding ding.
In the dang dang.
Dang dang. Somebody's going to be gasping for air here momentarily. Kick him in the ding ding and punch him in the throat.
Punch him in the throat, then the ding ding. That's just a backwards FU.
Ding ding, round 3. Let's see, where are we going next?
What was it, Francine, that had this song about the fetishes? Or no, what's your kink? I think it was American Dad. Roger on American Dad. Everybody's got a kink.
Speaking of kinks and weird shit. Dispute over Vienna sausage leads to a stabbing in a Georgia nursing home. Damn, don't be messing with Grandma's Vienna sausage. She'll stick your ass. Who was it? Marvin Gaye? Didn't Marvin Gaye and his dad get in a fight over hamburger and his dad shot him? Was that who that was?
I think something like that. Or was it was it them?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
A strange dispute over a missing can of Vienna sausage at a Georgia nursing home led to one resident being stabbed and the other one behind bars now. The wild incident reportedly occurred last month at a facility on Tybee Island. Got some friends that live there. According to the police, they were called to the nursing home after two residents clashed over a can of Vienna sausages that had mysteriously vanished. Somebody ate their ass. Somebody stole somebody's sausage and ate it, and that's when the fight broke out. It didn't just vanish. Cans of sausage don't just vanish. They get eaten. And now, if they were cool, they would have replaced it before they realized it was gone. But nope. According to police, they were called in nursing home after two residents clashed over a can of Vienna sausage that mysteriously vanished. The owner of the snacks was apparently certain that they had been stolen by a specific individual who he promptly accused of the suspected theft. As voices were raised and tempers flared, police say one of the men brandished a knife and allegedly stabbed the other one in the chest. Cops arriving at the bloody scene quickly transported the victim to the nearby hospital for treatment. Meanwhile, the weapon-wielding nursing home resident was arrested for aggravated assault and possession of a knife during a commission of a crime. It's uncertain if the person stabbed was a suspected Vienna sausage thief or just the unhappy owner of the lost snacks, which were weirdly never established as having been stolen in the first place. Maybe you just get old, you get to a certain point, and you just don't care anymore. Normally it'd be like you get in a fight, you yell at each other, but maybe you're in a nursing home and you just don't give a shit anymore, and you just like whip out a knife and stab the guy in the chest.
Because
you don't care. You don't care if you're going to jail because you're basically already in jail in a nursing home. So you're just going to jail. Well, you probably get 3 meals and a bed a day. And you probably get Vienna sausage and white bread. Who knows? I don't know what jail food's like these days. Hope I don't have to ever find out. But I was thinking about that. Just for some weird reason, random thoughts in my head. Were like, what if I was just like, like you get old to a certain point and it's like, well, shit, you can't do what you used to do. And the way bills are and the economy and everything else, why not just like go commit some crazy crime and go to jail? At least you'll be fed and have medical services and all that. I wonder how many people do that nowadays. They say I have
more.
What's that?
Probably going to be a lot more.
Yeah. Uh-oh, D's frozen. Try refreshing. Yeah, I wonder how many people just, say, screw it. Can't afford my rent and bills and everything else. Might as well go live in jail. At least I get 3 meals a day there. Got to struggle for 1 meal a day out here. Vienna sausage. What are you in for? Stabbed a boy over a Vienna sausage. The name's Francis Sawyer. Touch my sausage, I'll kill you.
It'll be the last thing you touch. Those things are so gross. Jeff would buy cans of them up there and have them like as a treat every once in a while. Yep. Down Vienna sausages. My sister used to like them. Once in a while, I would try to eat one. When you're a kid, you don't really think about what you're eating. So I would pop out the middle of the meat from the dog biscuit. The round dog that was like a vertebrae bone. It had a little like circle. You could pop the meat out. I'd go hide in the dog German Shepherd's doghouse and pop all the centers out of the bones and eat it.
No,
I was
really.
probably 3 or 4. Yeah. Nowadays, wouldn't do that, but yeah, I ate a Vienna or 2 as a kid. I mean, I ate dirt.
Yeah, dirt. Exactly. What about potted meat?
What do you mean potted meat? Like
You know?
Spam?
No, they actually have something called potted meat, don't they? Am I imagining it? Let me look it up real quick.
I would eat the oysters in the can because of my dad on like Ritz crackers. Oh,
Yeah,
deviled meat. There was deviled meat.
deviled ham and
Deviled ham. Yeah,
Arm-
they would buy that and spread that on crackers too. I ate the hell out of that as a kid. All Moss Beach days. But those were like treats back then.
Here we go.
You wouldn't see me with it now, but
Deviled ham. Yep, that was one of them.
oh, a T-Rex.
And this is the other one.
Okay.
God, jump through the hoops just to show a picture. You can get it on Amazon. Armor potted meat. Add to your favorite dish or enjoy it alone for a quick snack.
But remember the deviled ham had like the little paper around the package?
Yep.
They probably can't show it no more because it actually had a devil with like a pitchfork, huh?
No, they still got it right here.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Premium quality deviled ham spread.
Oh, that brings me back to being little.
Underwood.
Oh, all preservatives and everything. But that totally brings me back to like.
You get a case of it
Gen X.
for $49.92 on Amazon.
I couldn't eat it. The only thing I eat still from that time is I'll get a hankering for the oysters in the can in the oil once in a while. And
Yep.
I usually now like will fry them.
My mom used
But
to
I'll
fix
still
this
eat 'em.
corned beef hash.
Jeff eats that.
I'd always ask my mom, but what is it, Mom? But what is it?
Corned beef hash.
But what is it? Has a little chunks of potato in it, Yep. Little corned beef hash on toast.
Yep.
And then you got your good old spam. Ooh, look at that. Great value. Great value potted meat. Goya potted meat.
See, I was never like served it as a kid. Like they never, like my dad loved it, but if they would have like cut it and like fried it in little pieces, I probably would have ate it as a kid. But like again, nowadays, no.
Ugh. Doesn't look. No, we don't want that. Doesn't that look tasty?
It looks like those masks, the Terminator masks.
Yeah, really.
They just use the eyeballs.
Didn't know they. There it is. Potted
I
meat
can
on.
almost smell it.
I know you can smell it, right?
Mm-hmm. That salty water.
Although, before I started doing the carnivore diet, I was eating kimchi, which that stuff's pretty funky.
What is it?
It's like cabbage and stuff, fermented cabbage and whatnot.
Like sauerkraut?
Yeah, basically.
I love sauerkraut. I didn't even know you're supposed to cook it till the other day because I would just like eat it out of the can, put it on like And I'm not like a hot dog type person, but moving back here, because sometimes other people eat stuff and then, you eat what they have because that's what's there. Casper hot dogs. I admit every so often I'll eat a Casper hot dog. But I'll put all sorts of sauerkraut on it. Love the hell out of it. I'll eat it cold out of the can. I was like, you're supposed to cook that?
This is what's weird is I don't like sauerkraut, but I like kimchi. Maybe it's just the name. I don't know.
You don't like the kraut, like kraut.
How is it kraut?
You sauerkraut. I know what you're thinking. Crotchety ass sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut.
Snatch, cratch, sauerkraut.
I don't know. Kimchi. It's actually not bad.
I'll have to try it.
Yeah, it's once you get past the smell, it's not bad. But yeah, it's basically fermented cabbage. What's that?
Worse than sauerkraut smell?
I don't know. It's probably the same thing. Sauerkraut.
I usually dump all the liquid out anyway, and then I'll like rinse water over it. Anyhow, we've got this here. There was a guy who was sneaking into houses doing what? Sucking toes?
Oh, that was in the nursing home. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now we've got a man put on probation for sneaking into neighbors' homes to smell their shoes.
Damn.
Amanda Reese was given a suspended 1-month prison sentence for sneaking into his neighbors' homes at night and smelling their shoes. The 28-year-old sniffer, who told the court he couldn't explain his foot fetish, was in essence put on probation and ordered to seek therapy. He went on to explain that the unusual act did cause him plenty of embarrassment, and it was not his intention to harm anyone or break the law. Neighbors testified to the fact that he never showed any signs of hostile behavior. See all the shoes on the curb? Like, you picked up he would have just sniffed them.
I did sniff them and they smelled brand new.
Yeah, well, I always sniff a shoe before I take it too.
I was like, why are these out here? Are they funky? And I'm like, no, they smell brand new.
No, you definitely got to smell the shoe before you put it on. The perpetrator was arrested in Sindos, about 9 miles west of Thessaloniki in northern Greece, the early morning of October 8th. A neighbor who had just left his family's shoes outside his house so they could air out found the man sniffing them. You're all opening the door and this guy's down there like sniffing your thing like a wild raccoon. It wasn't the first time he had been caught in the act either. In the past 6 months, 3 similar incidents occurred, even though the neighbors had asked the man's family to intervene and get him to stop sniffing their footwear. They just couldn't get him to stop.
See, I got my feet wet the other night, and like I'd worn wet shoes all day. My shoes stunk so bad I had to put them outside, so he would have had a field day on my front porch with.
Oh man, you wouldn't have got those shoes back. You wouldn't have wanted those shoes back.
He'd have been all.
You wouldn't have wanted them back. One shoe to hold.
Oh boy, my shoes really stink now.
Huffing.
Why are they gooey?
Ew, you go put your foot in there.
That
was the one thing that was like the worst part about working with kids, like early childhood development, was outside time for a bunch of pre-K kids. their shoes and socks would get wet, their little tennis shoes. And then trying to put like stuff back on, like the little smell of their shoes was like and their sandals was like the worst thing in the world. The smell of shoes, wet shoes. Ugh.
Yeah.
Wet shoes are just bad all the way around.
Yeah.
Spam is an email.
Spam, 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 spam.
Spam is an email.
I just got that. I was a little slow on that one.
This is what show off.
Ooh.
Do you get like Meals on Wheels or anything, Dee? Or are you completely... I hear that is Ariana.
Swamp Enchantress. What kind of stream is this? Exactly. That's a good question.
Swamp Enchantress. It's an anything goes kind of weird Wednesday people behaving badly night.
We talk about all kinds of strange things. Weird UFOs, paranormal, roaches in your small intestine, sniffing funky shoes. Yeah.
Last week it was a big penis tower in front of a building.
Yeah. Although I missed it because I was in no man's land.
Oh no, we know you weren't insulting. We're totally joking with you. It's all good. Welcome. I have to stop doing that. You know what? I learned that's like a weird thing. Like celebrities are like going out of their way to do this 2-hand wave. Like they'll start to put up a hand, but then they have to stop and show 2 hands. And there's like a compilation of all sorts doing it. The same with people doing sports, showing one eye from like their shoe or their tennis racket or this or that. But I keep catching myself doing the 2-hand thing, and it means something.
What's it mean?
I don't remember. It's I'm not part of the club.
Yeah.
It's something that
I'm like, it's just too complicated.
Yeah.
Life's too hard to begin with. I don't need a bunch of extra rules and shit. I just do what I do. You know?
I do too, but I just want to make sure while I'm doing it that I'm not like spreading, saying something crazy that, other people are like, could be horrible. Like, I just want to be aware of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then I'll make up my own mind.
Make up my own mind. Which one of these? Let's go with this one. I haven't had like good satisfaction articles that I found. Some articles I'm just like, yeah, this is really freaking weird. And a lot of them I'm just like, God, no, that's stupid. No, that's stupid. No, that's not good enough. I don't know. This one's not really good enough either, but that's the only thing I could find that was halfway interesting. So, with all that being said and done, at least it's not roaches in your small intestines.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty weird. If you think about it. Mysterious drones swarmed a U.S. Air Force base for 17 consecutive nights. And they were all just sitting around going, what in the hell is that? Why are those damn drones flying around here? Bobby, are you flying them drones again?
Craig's mom's bush.
Oh, where is the damn article? Pentagon officials have been left stumped by unexplained drone intrusions over restricted airspace. Well, if it's restricted airspace, why are they letting drones fly over it? That's my first question. According to reports, the mystery drones were spotted in precise formation over Langley Air Force Base in West Virginia and the surrounding area for 17 nights in a row. I can see getting away with it one night. For 17 nights in a row, and they're just like, damn, them drones are up there again. Is anybody going to do anything about it? Are they going to find out where they had 17 days? Somebody's not doing their job. Anyways, the formations included 1 or 2 fixed-wing drones flying around 100 feet up, while a larger number of smaller, commercially available drones flew together underneath. Another, even larger drone would also be seen scouting out the area before at high speeds. Despite their best efforts, U.S. Air Force personnel were unable to catch the drones. Despite their best efforts, they
act like they're so stumped too. It's incredible, like the cocaine all over again. Like they are so stumped by this, they just can't imagine what to do about such a situation.
They were also unable to reportedly shoot them down due to federal laws prohibiting such an action over U.S. soil. It's restricted airspace. They could shoot them down.
National security.
They shoot a plane down. You know. The intrusions were particularly worrisome because the area is home to numerous sensitive facilities, including Langley Air Force Base, Fort Eustis, and Naval Station. Radar detection also proved challenging due to the small size of the drones. As it stands, Pentagon officials remain unclear on exactly who or what was behind the intrusions. It could have been a curious hobbyist or a hostile foreign actor, but an analysis of the frequencies used to control the drones suggested they were different to those used by off-the-shelf drone units. The incident echoes a similar incursion by the mystery drones over the U.S. nuclear facilities 2 months earlier. So who is exactly responsible for sending these drones, and what are they trying to achieve? Could China or Russia or some other foreign country be using them to spy on U.S. Air Force bases? The search for answers continues. We can't figure out the drones. We have all this technology, but we can't stop a bunch of drones. Somebody needs to be fired.
Especially coming in the same spots all the time. Like they can't seriously put some sort of disabling something.
17 days. They had over 2 weeks to figure out how to stop these drones.
Throw a freaking casting net over it.
Give a kid a slingshot and say, hey, shoot them damn things down when you see them. You know, that would have worked.
Honestly, that means they know exactly what they are and they're letting it happen.
Yeah.
In my opinion. If they're doing nothing about it, it means they're cool with it.
Yeah.
And it's probably been this actually has been happening like since last year. They're only just now telling us about it too, by the way. Like I think it's still happening, but it started happening like a year ago, and they didn't say anything to us until right now.
Yeah.
Around the time of the shot down balloons, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Zariana with Joe's apartment. Oh, I remember that movie now. Now that you've mentioned it. CIA, I bet maybe.
Could be.
Chinese balloons, exactly. Are they
Speaking
Chinese?
of balloons, that segues right into this one. What are you saying? Are they Chinese balloons?
Are they Chinese or Japanese?
What here are these balloons? The Chinese, the Japanese.
What was that? Was that King of the Hill?
Mm-hmm.
So are you Chinese or Japanese? No, you dumbass.
Yeah.
I'm Korean. Korean. So are you Chinese or Japanese?
Mr. It was that girl that was like the friend of Bobby's, the dad.
Yeah.
Mr. Khan.
Yeah.
And she played violin. Richard Branson to join first commercial stratospheric balloon flight. And I put a video at the end because it's kind of interesting when you actually see what it looks like. I don't think I'm still like keen on like rushing to go up in it myself right now, but the Virgin Galactic, yeah.
I just have visions of like the Titan incident with this stratospheric balloon ride.
It's getting stuck up there.
Yeah, or just popping or something.
Yeah, there's something about the fact that being a balloon that makes me really nervous. But it's also like those restaurants, like the Stratosphere at the in Vegas, you know, that spins around. You get to see the whole city.
Yeah.
And this, you see like the whole Earth. Well, you know, Earth. I mean, it would be really cool, but I'm not. I would rather watch somebody's like video on it than actually experience it, because I don't trust none of them people.
Yeah. If I can't drive it, I don't want to be in it.
Yeah. The Virgin Galactic entrepreneur will be part of a 3-man crew venturing 20 miles above the Earth's surface. Branson is certainly no stranger to adventure, having previously embarked on numerous world record-breaking stunts, ranging from crossing the English Channel in the fastest time using an amphibious vehicle to attempting to circumnavigate the planet in a hot air balloon. His latest venture will see the 74-year-old join an attempt to reach the stratosphere as part of what is being hailed as the world's first commercial stratospheric balloon flight. Designed and built by high-altitude flight tourism company Space Perspective, the capsule will use renewable hydrogen to slowly rise to an altitude of 20 miles. Some of the most magnificent experiences of my life have happened on ballooning expeditions, and I'm excited to support Space Perspective in its journey, said Branson. Passionate about adventure and helping fellow entrepreneurs reach their business dreams. I look forward to dusting off my old ballooning license ahead of some magnificent test flights. If all goes to plan, the company will offer paying customers the opportunity to fly up to the stratosphere for the price lease sum of $125,000 per seat. So, as far as many as 1,800 people have signed up to go, with an uncrewed test flight having already been successfully accomplished. It's believed that the first crewed flight, on which Branson will be flying, will be taking place sometime in 2025. So he gets to be one of the first to actually go on. Richard's pioneering efforts in the ballooning industry were a key inspiration for us when we founded Space Perspective, said the company co-founder, Jane Pointer. We are now on a mission to give explorers breathtaking views of the Earth against a black sky. Do so gently in a way that only balloons enable. 20-mile high club.
Welcome to space and a whole new perspective on our planet below. At Space Perspective, we've developed the world's first carbon-neutral spaceflight experience. We've completely reimagined human spaceflight to be as gentle on our Earth as it is on our explorers. Spaceship Neptune is designed to be the most accessible way to travel to space. With no rockets, heavy G-forces or training required, it's as easy as being on an airplane. The spacecraft features a pressurized capsule that accommodates 8 explorers and a captain, and a space balloon which propels the capsule to 100,000 feet at cycling speed, about 12 miles per hour. The flight experience will last 6 hours from launch to landing. Spaceship Neptune ascends 2 hours to apogee, where it will remain for another 2 hours as explorers enjoy a 360-degree view of our planet through the largest windows ever flown to space. When returning to Earth, the spacecraft descends another 2 hours until it reaches the ocean for a gentle landing, thanks to our patented splash cone, which attenuates the splashdown and stabilizes the capsule. While explorers are in flight, they'll be able to walk around comfortably in our cabin, which is far different from the stark, white aesthetic of modern spacecraft. Inside, you'll find Wi-Fi and all the amenities you'd expect in a first-class space lounge, including a world-class culinary program and bar. There's also a bathroom, the world's first space spa. At Space Perspective, we're driven by a desire to share the transformative power of space travel with as many people as possible. We know that looking down on planet Earth from the deep blackness of space, the quintessential astronaut experience, will radically shift one's perception of our world and our place within it. We call this the Space Perspective, and we look forward to sharing it with you.
Yeah, Drake. They make it pretty. Hey, they got a bar. They act like they got a bathroom and a spa. You can walk around. And they got,
It's like The Sims.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do make it look kind of, hey, what are you going to do this weekend? I don't know. Let's go on a space journey. What do you say? They got a bar. First drinks on me.
I thought like something about alcohol and like thin air. Like, doesn't alcohol do something different to your body when you're in certain altitudes, or no? Like
I think
thins
so.
something, or your blood thins. So would you get drunker faster in space?
Deb's like, oh, hell no. Yeah.
That would be kind of cool if you had like a group of friends who are like, you got some money, if it wasn't like so expensive, you're like,
hey, you got extra
let's
$100.
go up to the stratosphere and go have some drinks and check out, Earth.
Let's go get drunk in space.
Yeah, let's go get drunk in space.
What we're going to do now is fly you up with a giant balloon.
I'd have to already be drunk.
Till we get so far up there. And we're going to pop it and let you fall back to Earth and land in the ocean.
Just tuck and roll.
Oh, sorry. It was a gentle land in the ocean.
Or run really fast when you start getting close to the ground.
Yeah. I don't know. Could be cool. I'll probably never do it, but
it could be cool.
Could be cool. Could be one of those things where I'm like, damn, I wish I'd have done one of those space journey things when I had the chance. When I had the $150,000 extra.
I had the $250,000, laying around.
I don't know. Would you rather go up in space being pulled up by a balloon or go under the ocean in a Titan capsule?
I was actually just thinking about that, to be honest. Probably neither, but for some reason, I don't know. Maybe space, because I still feel like you could jump out. I don't know.
Jetpack Man. I don't know. Does Richard Branson, does he do space stuff too, or is he just I mean, does he do ocean stuff or is he just space stuff? I can't remember. James Cameron's the other guy that does the ocean stuff. James Cameron's the one that was like, I don't think that's a good idea. I warned them they shouldn't do that.
Back in the day
Yeah.
when I used to scuba dive a lot, I used to really not have the fear I have now. And I wanted to do like the individual diving pods and things, like where you go down in a pod by yourself and you're like in a little ball rolling around. Like, because me and my husband did a lot of diving, and my ex-husband, and things like that. And it didn't scare me. Like, that stuff excited the hell out of me. I wanted to do cage diving with the sharks, just all sorts of things. But yeah, now that has changed significantly.
Yeah. Hell, I go to the playground with my goddaughter in the mornings and I'm like, be careful, that slide's pretty tall. Hell, she's like, climb up here, Pop. I'm like, oh hell no, I ain't climbing up there. If I fall off that, you have to take me to the hospital for like a month.
The sad thing is the bar has lowered so much. Like, not only, because like I said, I used to not be afraid to fly either. And it's not really like I'm scared to fly. It's the people. I don't want to put my life in the hands of like what's controlling these things right now, and being overstaffed, understaffed, and doubling up on being tired, and makeshift parts and things like that. I'm just not comfortable with wanting to fly. And my claustrophobia would be a whole lot worse because I have those fears. Didn't used to have claustrophobia. Then there was a point where I thought I would still be able to fly with the claustrophobia. I ganked, so I'm like, oh no, now flying is going to be different for me. People are getting left like in Hawaii on dive trips because they're not getting counted. People falling off the ferries in San Francisco. Like, I don't know if these people are not going through straight like training programs or if they're just like getting pushed through, but a whole lot of people are getting left behind on things they shouldn't be. And it never used to be this unorganized before. So it's just my choice to not participate in these things. For people who aren't, afraid, I commend you for that and want you to go out and live life and have fun.
Yeah, I used to be scared of flying. I used to, but I've always done it. Like, I went to the Bahamas. I don't know, I was 17 or 18 and can't remember. And my mom was like, you're not going to the Bahamas? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to the Bahamas. No, you're not. Yeah, I am. Why do you want to go to the Bahamas? I remember saying, have you ever been to the Bahamas, Mom? And she's like, no. I'm like, that's why I want to go. And I flew there with, a friend of mine. We hired this guy that had his own plane here, and he flew us over there in a Cherokee 6-seater plane. Scared the living shit out of me, but I figured, well, I guess I'll just be scared because it's a long swim or a long boat ride, so plane would be a lot quicker. Didn't help matters that, it had oil leaking down the side of the plane. And I asked him about that. And he was like, I don't know. I'm ready to die. What about you guys? That didn't instill the greatest confidence in me. But
was he totally joking?
Yeah, kind of. But sort of not really. But sort of, yeah. He was older than that. I'm like, hell no. I just turned 18. I'm not ready to die yet.
And didn't solve the issue of the oil either.
No, and it got worse too, because when he came back to get us 2 weeks later, they were having a hard time getting the plane started, and then they're out there like starting it like by hand. And I'm like, I'm just gonna live in the Bahamas. Yeah, the starter went out, so they're starting the damn thing by hand. That's when he told me that. I was like, what happens if the engine stalls when we're up in the air? He's like, I'm ready to die. What about you?
How many engines does the plane have?
Just one.
Oh, hell no.
The Cherokee 6, a 6-seater Cessna. Yeah. But yeah,
those are
you know,
like the most common.
I used to be scared to fly. And then, you know, I've been to Costa Rica like 13 times and I flew there every time and flown to California and flown here and flown there. And I'd never liked flying. And I got over it when I flew to France because I was on the plane for like 16 hours and I was just like, oh, whatever. Yeah, I just kind of got over it then, I guess. I don't know. I was leaving France and I came in the airport. I was by myself and I'm like, where's my plane? I see all these big giant, you know, jets. Like when I flew over there, I was on like a 737 or something, like 6 seats across the row. And I was leaving. I'm like looking at all these jets out there. I'm like, wonder which one's mine. They're leaving. And then I see this little jet, like a 28 seat, 30-seater jet. I'm like, what the hell is that thing doing there? Oh, that was the one I was getting on. So yeah, it was small, but it hauled ass. But I was trying to figure, how did I fly over here on like one of the world's biggest jets and I'm flying back on like this 30-seater jet? Yeah, I didn't see any UFOs on the plane. Well, I don't have any more articles, but I do have.
I think that was the last one.
I do have a crystal of the week. Video. Sort of a crystal, kind of, sort of. Not really, but we're going to do it anyways. Here we go. This week's crystal of the week. It is NWA 4420 meteorite. NWA 4420 meteorite. Meteorites date from the oldest time in our solar system. They far outdate any known material on our planet and hold within them energies that cannot be compared to Earth's mineral. NWA 4420 is a mysterious and powerful meteorite that crashed down in Northwest Africa in May of 2006. Its origins are from an evolved star system, which it formed around planetary nebulae, and it's chondrite composed primarily of iron, aubrite, and statite. Iron in its purest form when found within meteorites. It carries masculine force, bringing one towards the realization and manifestation of goals. Iron is also highly defensive and specializes in deflecting negativity. It's known for increasing physical strength and resonates directly with the energy of Mars. This Mars aspect of iron also brings about drive, courage, and warrior energy. The aubrite component of this meteor is able to absorb and accentuate energy. This means that before this meteor impacted Earth, it had already collided and contained the energy of the nebulae and other asteroids it came in contact with. When it landed on Earth, it became infused with Earth's grounding and natural energies as well. This contact with Earth enables the meteorite to properly ground and manifest such high-frequency cosmic energies. The third mineral within these meteorites, enstatite, is one of the few minerals that has actually been observed with origins outside of our solar system. It's known to form around evolved stars and planetary nebulae, which hints to us as a clue as to where 4420 comes from. We can think of enstatite as an adaptive driving force within this powerful space rock. While the aubrite is working to pull all those cosmic energies into itself, enstatite carries energies of adaptability and decisiveness, allowing the forceful energy from the iron to harmonize with all the energies the aubrite draws in. It's primarily masculine force, but it acts as a perfect bridge between feminine and masculine energies, as well as other polarities. And Stadites energy brings a higher perspective to all actions and is extremely beneficial for incorporating the receptive energy from the Arborite into daily life. Some of the meaning and the energy behind NWA 4420 is a powerful ally in opening one to higher etheric chakra centers and aligning the entire chakra column all the way down through the root and into the Earth star. When in need of grounding, envision the meteorite falling from space and penetrating Earth's atmosphere. Seeing and imagining its flight path will bring this energy down through you and send it deep into the heart of the Earth, similar to how it was physically pulled into the Earth. This stone has the ability to pull in a galactic energy directly from planetary nebulae. This allows one to infuse their own energy with that of the cosmos. When meditating with this stone, the energy can be seen and felt as it is pulled into the stone and circulates through the body. No matter where on the body the stone is placed, one can almost instantly feel its gravitational pull towards the solar plexus chakra. It activates the chakra center with a fiery energy that spins at lightning speed and extends down into the sacral. This link provides the same spinning effect and mends the two chakras, enhancing creative abilities, life force, willpower, and courage. Meteorite 4420 is a stone of higher power and cosmic force. It aids one in realizing why they are here on Earth and in carrying out their true purpose without doubts or worries. When holding or meditating with this stone, one can say they have a good idea of the big picture. This awareness enables one to raise their frequency to a degree that attracts higher insights and sudden connection with one's star family. The stone is extremely useful for finding the deeper meaning encoded within significant events and helps one to understand what lessons are to be learned from them. So that's a little bit about this week's crystal of the week, which is NWA 4420 meteorite. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Every time you say NWA.
What's that?
Every time you say NWA.
Oh, yeah. That's what caught my eye about that one.
That's some cool stuff there.
Yeah, what did it say? 2016 is when it crashed to Earth. Meteorites and all that stuff, like I got the Libyan desert glass that I've been wearing. This stuff is 29 million years old. What? But yeah, NWA. It's a meteorite with an attitude, and it's not, well, I don't know how old it is. Who knows how long it had been flying around in space? Could have been flying around in space for millions of years. Or it could have just been shot out of a cannon on some foreign planet, traveled through space, and got here in a year. Crashed Earth in 2016. So then again, it might not be that old. But space rocks intrigue me, is what I'm getting at.
Me too. All rocks. And space rocks, gosh, what could be cooler than rocks from space? Like, I haven't done the story on it, but I keep having it show up in my stash of crap. Is that zebra striped one they found on Mars?
Yeah.
This is the Campo del Cello meteorite. This is my only little tiny piece of meteorite on this map. You have a piece too. You got it the same way I got mine.
Yep.
But this is my shooting star, my piece of shooting star.
Yeah.
And what do they say? How it's 4,000. It says it was found in Argentina and hit Earth more than 4,000 years ago.
Wow.
So it's not like a really old one. I think that's why these ones are like cheaper. But it's still my shooting star.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, you know, you're holding a piece of, you know, rock or whatever, meteorite in your hand that is a chunk of something that flew through indefinite
Outer space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting
Not just,
hot and molten and
yeah. It's like, where did it come from? You know, how far away in outer space did it come from?
how long has it been chilling?
Yeah. So, like,
I do want to get some Libyan glass too, though.
yeah, it's you know, like when you look at it, I mean, it's not that.
But it's what it is.
Yeah, it is. And for some reason, when I, you know, first saw it, I was just like attracted to it. And
I have my baby moldavite on. My little baby moldavite.
I still got the receipt for $109 of a piece of moldavite that I can't find still. Freaking $109 tiny find. Ridiculous.
Peace out.
You know, the shell necklace, you know, that you made me that I always wear. I lost it like a week ago. You know, like
Again?
the garment, the garnet has come off a couple of times and I always glue them back on.
Yeah.
But I always have that. That's like my good luck piece, you know. And I was out, you know, working on the boat or whatever, doing yard work, and then the storm and all that whole shit show was happening. And I remember reaching for something and it like caught. I remember hitting it, you know, or my hair or something got caught in it. And I didn't really think about it, you know, and I got in, it was like later that night or the next morning, it was later that night, I think. And I'm in the shower and I look at my necklace and it just has the ring on it and there's no shell slice.
Oh, yeah. And you're like, that's what that was.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh shit, where was I? What was I doing? And for like a week and a half, couldn't figure it out. I looked all over the place, looked out in the driveway, looked everywhere. And it was weird. The other day, I had like 2 gigs ago, I go to the Elks Club and I'm like, I pulled my wallet out and I'm like, where's my member card? You know, because you got to like put it in the buzzer to get in. I'm like, shit, I don't have my card. You know, where the hell's my card? I don't know where my card is. So it was a pain in the ass that night, loading and unloading the gear because I kept getting locked out without my card. And then I go back 2 weeks later to another gig and I'm loading up everything. That's when I found it. This was just this past weekend. And I look and there's Darcy's like, you mean this card? And it's like laying on the counter. Like,
oh, wow.
I've looked for like 20 times, you know, and it wasn't there. And my card's just laying right there. And I'm like, that's just some weird shit right there. And then I walked outside and I come back in and I'm like, look what else I found. And it's the necklace. It's the shell.
No way.
I walk out and it's like right in my driveway, like right by my garage door where I've walked. Like,
I'm all trying to think if I still have some that kind of still had that like lighthouse look down the middle and everything.
Yep. No, I found it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that it's made the rounds a few times.
Jeez, remember when it was soaking wet on your floor and had
Yeah.
no reason for that to happen and you had that dream?
Would never take it off. You know, it was always around my neck. And, you know, I take a shower wearing it, everything. And I'm one of those, like, I just put jewelry on and I just don't take it off. And yeah, I wake up one morning and the necklace is gone. It's off my neck. It's like, how the hell did it get off my neck in the first place? You know, because I got a big head, and I mean these fit over my head, but I mean they're kind of tight, you know.
Yeah, it takes a little bit.
And I got all this hair, so it's like they're not just gonna like fall off in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
The damn thing's gone. And I find it on the floor, and it's like I just pulled it out of a bucket of water. It was like completely drenched. No other water anywhere else, but that necklace was completely soaked. Like, I still hadn't figured out how that happened. It's weird. Exactly. Gremlins. That's what I added up to. Yeah, I still haven't found the Moldavite. But who
That's
knows?
crazy. Because that's been a long time. But they do that. They're known to do that, and when they're ready, they pop back out, and for whatever reason, it hasn't decided it was ready. I even thought by me getting one, would then like reset something, and then it would like pop back out to you.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy one, and then Rob's will show up. Plus, I wanted to get one.
I was looking to see.
It's okay, Dee. Have a great night. If you're getting tired, glad to see you stop by.
Looking to see how expensive NGA
Oh,
420 is. Wow, that chunk's $239. Yowza.
yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be quite pricey.
That's pretty cool looking. In a medieval looking sort of way. MoldaviteJewelry.com. NWAO, that's NWA 869 meteorite. And then a sterling silver pendant.
It looks cool the way it's sitting in there.
Yeah.
Especially if it has like an open backing, so it like will touch your skin when you wear it.
Wow, it's not cheap.
No, it's not.
It's 40.28 grams, 40 grams. That's a little different too.
And the colors are kind of different. What is that one on the end there? It looks like a zipper thingy. Necklace setting, is that? Hmm.
Lunar meteorite cufflinks. Oh, shite.
Ooh,
$1,500.
snazzy.
I'm proud of them suckers.
Get me out the meteorite hand cufflinks.
I would prefer the meteorite cufflinks, Alfred. If you got enough to buy $1,500 cufflinks. I don't even own anything I could put cufflinks on.
You're all putting it on like what is it? The rent-a-suits.
Yeah. A tuxedo.
Yeah, warehouse or whatever. Like you go rent a suit, but you're putting on like 15. I guess you could still do that. Who cares? You're Robert. I bet you pushed the wrong button. With 5 minutes to go. Watch, she's gonna pop back on. Yep.
Good grief.
Said you're gonna pop back on, and you did.
At least it waited till the end of the show to knock me offline.
Oh, I thought you just clicked the wrong button.
I may have.
Basila back. Oh. Can't hear him scratching his flea.
Yeah.
The flea medicine finally came today after a huge disaster. I gave it to the 3 that really, really needed it. I thought you left again. But I didn't get a chance. I was going to wash Moose first and then put it on her. But it came late today and I was already ready for this. Did say I can wash them, like 24 to 48 hours. It doesn't do anything. So I figured I'll let it sit a day and then I'll like wash her maybe tomorrow or the next day and get where she bit that abscess. Try to get it out in the warm water once she's done being tormented. These things are like tormenting her so bad that like she almost goes into like a seizure. Like it'll bite her. She'll freak out. Like she started getting so miserable from it. She would swing and bite. Like she'd hiss and then swing and bite herself. And she'd start ripping the fur out where the flea was because these ones are like allergic to it. But then she'd land on her back and fall right off the table onto the floor with her like arms and legs sticking up in her mouth, like bit in the side. And it was almost like seizure like. Well, so I'd have to be careful not to touch or do anything that was going to like hit her like weird spot. And I found out what they're doing is they're grouping up by the animals' back of their tails right now. Like poor little Love, his whole tail strip had like all the fleas went like right there, started laying all these eggs on his like tail. It was so horrible. This is like stuff that's like never been like this before. So I cleaned him up with the comb and everything, but it starts to bug him. And so Moose started having an abscess from biting herself so hard. And you remember when I drained that really big one on her back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is a little one. I'm going to wait for her to get the flea medicine, let the ones on her back, die off so I can actually touch her without her hissing at me and everything. Well, she went and freaked out because, something bit the abscess. Oh my goodness. 2:30 in the morning, man.
Wow. And
then I had the other cat over my head sleep, and he starts hacking like he's going to throw up. The other cat's thyroid thrown up.
Dang.
Still a nurse in here. I'm like, I need help so bad to get these guys. But the flea medicine is like a good start. But I'm gonna have to get antibiotics for at least 2 of them. And Day is probably gonna need another thyroid panel. I can't get my car fixed. I can't get my smog. I can't do anything because I'm just trying to keep these little guys alive.
Yep. Yeah, we had to take Dixie in.
The fleas.
We had to take Dixie in and get an allergy shot for her, like, I don't know, a week or two ago, a couple of weeks ago.
Did she get the hot spots and stuff for? Oh, because she rubs on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I cut the grass and like her whole belly and chest and everything breaks out, and she's just constantly itching. And go get this shot that I don't know. It lasts 3 or 4 months, I guess. Like,
is it like prednisone?
It's not prednisone. It's something else, but yeah, I mean, it kind of acts like that. But yeah, I cut the grass today and she's fine. It lasts for, I don't know, about 3 or 4 months, and then it kind of wears off. Usually got to get her 2 shots over the summertime, and she's good for the rest of the year. It's just mainly when I'm cutting the grass. Which here with the rain in the summer is like, in the summertime is like, you got to cut the grass like every 8 or 10 days.
Damn.
But anyways, I guess that'll wrap us up. I guess it's trying to tell me something. I didn't hit a button that time. Wow, that was nice and loud. I was going to say, that about wraps us up.
And Sunday, we have the Halloween show. Annual Halloween show with Jason on Paranormal Soup. And Katrina Cooper will be there. Rhodey will not. I still don't know what I'm doing as far as any sort of face paint costume. So send me some ideas if you have them.
Yeah, no idea what I'm doing either.
Same with Wednesday. Same as last year. And I gave myself this time when September came. I'm like, all right, I got 2 months to figure this out.
Yep.
Now I got a week. So send me your ideas, please.
I'll dress up as the Morton Salt Man.
The Morton Salt Man.
Yellow raincoat. Captain Morgan.
So maybe Mrs. Captain Morgan.
There you go.
I don't have a yellow raincoat. I did. I had a whole fishing yellow, like, fishing on the boat suit to go out in the bay.
Yep.
That would have worked perfect. Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board.
I had my Red Bull right before we came on this time, instead of drinking it through the show, so I won't be like amped after this time.
Yeah. I drink a regular, not a regular, but a sugar-free one. I've been drinking those apricot strawberry ones.
I had the apricot strawberry today.
Did you? What do you think of
For
it?
the first time. The grape one's not too bad. The watermelon one's not too bad, but the strawberry apricot wasn't too bad.
Have you tried the, what is it, winter vanilla? Or
I haven't seen it. I've seen a Juneberry.
it's in a blue can. It's like winter berry vanilla or something weird.
No.
Yeah, I tried that one the other day. Wasn't bad. It's a little different. It's like vanilla blueberry or something. I don't know. Strange.
Really? Would you drink it again?
Yeah, probably. Maybe.
Yeah.
I bought a little
I
box of 4
like
of
the
them.
flavors. I'll have to look for that one.
Darcy grabbed a couple for me the other day, but she got the regular sugar ones, which I don't drink. And I was like, oh, I'll take them and trade them in. And I had 2 of them, and I grabbed one, and I gave it to Sam, and she was like, I don't know about this. She's like, I might like it, but you know me, I'm weird. I like my routine of just a regular Red Bull. She drank it, but she didn't drink the second one.
Well, see, that's how I was at first. I thought I need my Red Bull, and I thought these flavors, and I don't need them. And then I tried a blueberry one. I'm like, actually, the blueberry one's pretty good. And then I started catching myself when they had the deals, getting more blueberry than regular. But then I
Yeah.
have to still throw in the regular every so often, and then have I'll get like the big, one for show night, and then I'll get like a flavored one for during the day.
Yeah. Yeah, the second one, I had it in the car and she didn't drink it. We stopped at the store and she's like, I'm going to run in and grab a Red Bull. I gave her that one. I'm like, here, tell them you bought this one and you meant to get a sugar free and just trade it out.
Did she?
Yeah. So I drink it.
Right on.
All right. Well, that's it. We're out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us as usual. And I'll be back, I guess, next week for some Halloween weirdness. When is Halloween? I don't even know what the date is. It's the 24th.
I know that we are just like a couple days off from it this year. Like Jason's is a whole week away.
Yeah,
we have
actually,
Wednesday and Halloween's the day after. So, ooh, you turn Halloween, will turn Halloween for you
yeah.
on the show. It will turn Halloween.
Yep.
Badass.
Cool. And next
And I'll
year,
be on Halloween Eve.
the show will actually be on Halloween. If we make it to next year.
Flipping StreamYard. October.
Flicking
No,
world.
it says it's on Friday next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Won't Friday be, it's the day after. No, what? How? When? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm delirious.
Yeah, it's nighty night.
All right.
I'm going to go on a full-on walk right now.
So Jason's doing the Halloween show this coming weekend.
He has a costume.
Yeah, I saw that. He's actually going to dress up, not just wear a t-shirt, huh? Wow. So he's doing it on the 27th. Okay. So we're doing it on the 30th. Halloween Eve. Okay. We'll see y'all at those times. And who knows what we're going to do. Maybe we'll have open lines, open StreamYard. Y'all can come on.
Yeah, people come on and tell stories and stuff. Scare us. I want some spooky stories.
Get all scurry. All right.
Let's get spooky.
Let's get weird. All right. Until then, I bid you fair adieu. Good night, good people.